There's the Sheik with something in his hand, hammering away at Bruiser Brody.
Prince Kamalamala up against the Sheik and Bruiser Brody. There he goes. He has something in his hand. He has something in his hand, Steve. It looks like a spike. Well, a spike of some sort. Maniac Mark Lewin making his way up the cage now.
Well, this is one of the Sheik's tactics, of course. He carries something in his hand, he stabs with it, he injures people, he throws the ball of fire, which he can throw 8 feet, incidentally, and it's 3 times as big as a man's head. Very, very dangerous man. Lewin is dangerous also, a real maniac in the ring. And you've Kamala, who's unpredictable, and the Prince of Darkness. But against that, you've got Grizzly Smith. Look at the size of the man. And you've got Superfly Tui, a really scientific wrestler and a tough young Samoan. You have Lars Anderson, who has met them all.
Anderson's getting the Sheik now.
And Bruiser Brody, the biggest of them all.
Just as he promised, Lars Anderson is getting the Sheik. There's Superfly Tui. He is just squeezing away at the head of Kevin Sullivan. There goes Prince Kamalamala. The Sheik has jabbed Lars Anderson, another one, with the spike on the back. Pure pandemonium here at the Neil Blaisdell Wrestling Arena.
Grizzly Smith almost came right through the cage on the floor. There's Kamala coming down over the top onto the head of Grizzly Smith. The Sheik trying to climb over the top rope. Bruiser Brody going to pull him down, but don't let that Sheik throw the ball of fire. He's trying to get over the top rope.
He's making it so far.
And once he gets out of that cage, of course, that's what it's all about. And
his spike is over the ring, over the top now. His spike is gone. They're pulling down his pants. They're pulling down. I don't know. His pants are up again. Okay, this is a family thing. There are children here. Bruiser Brody pounding away at the Sheik. Lars Anderson goes into the corner with Kevin Sullivan. Hand ins, boom, into the corner. There is the Sheik. He is in a struggle, a big struggle. Bruiser Brody slamming his head into the steel fence. There's Maniac Mark Lewin with Grizzly Smith. Lars Anderson, boom, on the chest of Kevin Sullivan. This is super. And you know the rules of this match is that there are no rules but just one. And that is the winner is the man who climbs over the top of the fence and gets out. There is no referee. Sam Sampson is down ringside, walking around the ring, ready to pronounce the winner.
Well, I think what it comes down to is the one man from a team, actually, has to climb over the top of the rope. The one man of the team gets over the top of the cage, rather, then the team generally overall wins. You got Maniac Mark Lewin there and stabbing away at Grizzly Smith and Kevin Sullivan.
How about his top referee, Sam Sampson, is outside the ring. He's looking for the winner, whoever climbs over the steel cage. There's Prince Kamalamala. He looks a little dazed now. Maniac Mark Lewin is working over Grizzly Smith. There is the Sheik. He is covered with blood. He got hit, and he got hit hard. There is blood streaming all over the Sheik.
Well, the Sheik trying to get up there, and no one touched him. Now, Anderson
is getting up. Now, Lars is down now.
There's the Sheik again trying to, and Brody is actually going up the side of the Sheik. Looks as if he's trying to bend him to it, or is he trying to pull him down? But Brody is actually trying to pull the Sheik back, trying to stop him from reaching the top. Anderson strikes up the Sheik with blood pouring from his head.
Yeah, blood pouring from the Sheik's head. He got hit bad. Bruiser Brody, he's full of blood. They're going up and at it. Prince Kamalamala seems kind of idle over there by himself for a moment.
Now look at his
Lars Anderson, Maniac Mark Lewin in the corner on the steel post.
Well, I wonder how many of these wrestlers will come out here not covered in blood. It's a brutal
Prince Kamalamala is fighting Grizzly Smith. Grizzly Smith is covered with blood.
Brutal match, a cage match, and this particular cage match with 8 wrestlers in it at one time, it makes it so much more brutal. Anderson with his head being thrown into the cage by Mark Lewin. Brody almost over the top.
Almost over the
top.
Almost over the top
of the cage.
Tui gets raked across the face by Kevin Sullivan and chucked on the back by Maniac Mark Lewin. Tui is in trouble in there. Kamalamala is walking around. There seems like nobody wants to get involved with Prince Kamalamala for one reason or another. Maybe it's because he was fighting the face of Grizzly Smith, and Grizzly is bleeding profusely at this very moment.
Well, the Sheik holding on to the top of the gate of the cage by the looks of it. He's holding on to the top of the gate of the cage. Cannot get any further. Obviously, looks like he's got his foot caught in the cage and can't move. There's Brody there with Lewin backed in against the cage, throwing a heavy forearm to his back, and he now has hold of the foot of the Sheik, trying to drag him away from the top of the cage.
The Sheik is trying his best to get out of there. Prince Kamalamala with Superfly Tui pounding on the chest of Superfly Tui. And the chain is coming apart.
Brody untying the chain.
That's Brody. Bruiser Brody is taking off the chain.
Brody untying the chain. And there's the Sheik right on the top. Almost over the top.
He's pulling the Sheik down now, trying to get that Sheik off the top. See, if he can get him off the top, Steve, the rest is gravy. He can pull him down and have his way. Lars Anderson being choked by maniac Mark Lewin with the chain. The chain that they used to pull the door. Grizzly Smith is on the mat, sitting on the mat, bleeding.
Grizzly Smith looks like he's almost out of the match.
The Sheik looks like he's been through World War III, I tell you, Steve.
Well, as I said, how many of them will not come out of the ring covered in blood? They'll all look as if they've been through World War III by the time they finish this match.
Grizzly Smith, he looks like he's been double and triple teamed in that one.
The Prince of Darkness, Kevin Sullivan, unmarked. He's unmarked in the match. Now they have Lewin. Grizzly Smith pound away to him. Now he's on to Kamalamala.
The Sheik is still trying to make his way over the top. Still trying to make his way over the top.
Well, look out. I'm going to say, watch the fire. A ball of fire. And he just pulled it out of his sight. Who did he hit with it? He pulled the ball out. Well, Brody got out of the ring. Brody has gone out of the ring and will have won the match, but he has been hit with that ball of fire thrown by the Sheik. The ball of fire looks as if it's hit the Sheik, and Brody on the floor outside. Grizzly's lying on the canvas, out of the match almost. There's the Sheik again. Is he going to throw more fire? One of the most dangerous men in wrestling today.
Outside of the cage. He is making his way back into the crowd. He is sort of lingering around the cage. Meanwhile, in the ring, there's lots more action going on. Grizzly Smith is down, covered with
ball fire.
Maniac Mark Lewin. The Sheik is chasing fans through the Neil Blaisdell Center Arena. I tell you, this is something like I have never seen before in the sport of professional wrestling. This is terrific because there are no rules except one, that you have to go over the cage. And now that the cage is open, it's just every man for himself in that cage right now, Steve.
Well, Sullivan is still in there, of course, with Grizzly Smith.
Sullivan.
Sullivan just left. Lewin is on his way out. Tui is on the floor, and Lars Anderson laid out on the floor. Lars Anderson, who has proved himself in this part of the world, the Polynesian heavyweight champion.
There's Grizzly Smith. He's taken Lars Anderson. Superfly Tui is on the mat.
Tui looks as if he's been injured, badly injured.
Tui has been hit by just about every man in this match.
What a brutal match. What a brutal match, Carly. And I just wonder what the Sheik is doing now.
There goes a double team. Uh-oh.
Well, I think
here goes Superfly Tui. Double team, triple team effort. There goes Tui. Tui is on top. Tui is on top. It looks like Superfly Tui is the official winner. Well, he is on top. Everyone else came out of the ring through the door. Tui is coming down. Tui is coming down. And Superfly Tui is out and over the top of the cage.
Well, what an unexpected finish to that match with Tui winning the match.
We're gonna try and talk with Superfly Tui.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Superfly Tui.
It took a lot of effort for that one.
In order for this match, for the winner of this match, I had to go over the top rope, or the top of the ring. The Sheik did not go over the top. Grizzly Smith, I get a quick I don't know what to say, ladies and gentlemen.
We won! We went over the top! You saw it too, we went over the top! We won!
And there's Grizzly Smith down at ringside
You don't
claiming
say anything for
that
him.
he won. His team won.
Come on,
That
I
is
can't
his
hear
claim.
it! Let's hear it for Dewey!